All righty, guys. Hey, welcome to the Monday Night Call. My sister watches. I gotta tell y'all a secret. My sister edits these down for me to put on the on YouTube, and she's probably gonna listen to this whole recording and just chuckle on my DJ voice, getting it all wrong on the the time as far as when we were they came out with the Boogie Wonderland. But hey, welcome to the team call. This is the Alleman Group. This is your first time, welcome. If it's not your first time, welcome back. We're winding down 2020. It is insane. I saw some good Christmas ornaments today. I was doing a little window shopping and some Christmas ornaments with all the things we got to experience in 2020 that we never have had before. Pandemic, you know, just all the crazy things from, the pandemic to toilet paper shortage to 6 foot distance separation, all the things that got us all wound up this year. Lockdowns, I just sent a text to some of my friends in California because they're getting ready to go to their big lockdown again. And I said, hey, here's what you got to find on the internet. I gave him a little link. I said, you got to find this on the internet while you're in lockdown. But we're not in lockdown in Texas. We're doing great. Despite we have a few things, I just want to let y'all know that 2020 is almost done. 2021 is about to get life changing. And I say that not because I know anything about, vaccines or anything like that. I just know after 2020, it's like we're all walking out of this shockwave, right? We thought we've experienced some things in our life, but yet here we are, 2020, and it's just like we've had a bomb dropped. We're just stunned and dazed. And what I know is when you come out of something like that, you come out stronger and believing in more things than you ever could before. So welcome. And I'm going to get Michelle on here to talk for a second in a minute. But real quick, just a reminder that we do have our sales meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m. Make sure you're checking Slack. I'll tell you what you need to know about where to go. And then we're going to do dial session tomorrow. It's going to be fun. And, we're looking forward to some crazy numbers. And I'm just going to say it because I'm so excited, but Katie Williams had $169,000 annuity issue today. That wasn't in her bank account, but she's getting a really nice check this Wednesday, and I'm sure she'll want to tell you something about that before we're done. But Michelle, do you want to add anything in here? I got a couple things I'm going to talk about tonight, so I'm fired up about doing that.
I'm just really want to say thanks to all of y'all this year for all the hard work that you've done, for being here, for taking time out of your day to be on the call. We hope that we can provide value to you. We hope that we help you in some way on each week on these calls. And I definitely want to hear from Katie, sure thing, about how excited she is about her paychecks coming. So that's going to be awesome. And yeah, back to you.
That's right, Carrie.
All right. Okay. Do you just want? Well, you want to just say a little bit about it right now before I go into my little deal I'm going to do here.
Sure, I'll be brief about it. Hey guys, Katie Williams here, and been here about going on 8 years now. So the annuity that they're speaking of is, I guess, my first major one that hasn't been family. So I am super excited. But basically how it was able to be accomplished was using all of the tools at my disposal, like so Chris Norris, Micah Michelle, and then other people who've had a little bit more experience with it. Megan Yagi helped as well because she had written one with the same company. And so when it came down to the paperwork, she helped out with that. And I'm just super excited that we have the opportunity that we have here, because it was a client that I had a para appointment with. And for those of you who don't know, that's where you do retirement and pension reviews for teachers. This lady was 62 and she had a number of medical issues. So it wasn't going to be me selling her an IUL or and she's too old for an IUL, or a Roth or anything like that. So what we did is we looked at her whole financial picture, and essentially she had the funds that she had was in a investment account for quite a while, for about since about 2004. And she had noticed that it had been decreasing in value. So she was kind of like, well, what's going on with it? So that's when I had her send me a statement, and we looked at the tools. I used all the tools at my disposal, and basically what ended up happening is she found out that the funds that she did have were not secure. They were in what they call a variable annuity. And for those of you that don't know, variable by definition means change. Can go up, can go down. And from 2004 to 2000 and to now, basically, she had lost over 45,000. And we understand that the market's going to go up and go down, but it's in your 60s. That's definitely not, you don't want it to be lower than what it was when you had it, 15 years ago or whatever. So it was an easy decision for her to be like, nope, I want it into something that's safe and secure. And we set her up with something that was where she's not going to be paying any fees. She's going to get a guaranteed lifetime income. And actually she got a bonus on it. So she's pretty happy with it. So all in all, it turned out to be good. And of course, the payday is nice on it as well, but that's not really what I was looking at at the beginning. I was just trying to make sure that she was taken care of, and whatever questions she had could be answered. And if I didn't know the answers, I reached out and talked to other people. So that's the basics of it. So if anybody else wants to know more about it, feel free to Slack me and I'll help you out.
Well, I got to tell you, I texted you the picture of the coming commission because I was fired up about it. And, because I know it's probably your biggest week ever. and it's right.
Yeah. It was the biggest one that I had. Absolute biggest deposit by any means, definitely.
Yeah. And, we were just talking, we sat down and did just like, you came and said, all right, Mike, here's my goal, and this is what I'm trying to achieve. And we got to get X amount of dollars into the bank if we want to achieve it. And it's like, okay, well, let's get to work on it. And I'm like, oh, this is a good chunk. You need to put some of this away.
Absolutely.
It's like, now you got your seed money for it. And now you kind of know what you're looking for. So that's how I'm excited about. I was talking to Fitz today, and he was saying, the things that gets him fired up is, in this business is seeing agents who are paying off their debt, getting things done, buying something that they've always wanted, that they've never been able to buy, go on that trip that they've always wanted to go on, but have never been able to afford. For us, it was getting our kids to school without any debt. I didn't know that we're going to have it forgiven. But anyway, I digress. But but it's those things that are truly the moments that we can go, that person got that, and that person.
Wait a minute, Mike. We had no debt forgiven. So
Well,
don't be confusing anyone that thinks we have debt forgiven.
Yeah, no, we paid for it all. I was just saying, that the new government's gonna forgive us some student loan debt, but we didn't have any of that because we went ahead and paid for it. But that's a good thing. We were able to, right? I digressed. I messed up that whole thing. What I'm saying is if you got a dream, you got something, maybe a retirement place you want to be at, or trips that you've always wanted to take, the house that you've always wanted, the car that you've always wanted. Let us know. Let us work on that, because we've got an ability here to generate income, and now better than ever, and I expect it's going to continue to grow as far as what we're able to do. So fired up about that out of my mind. Now, what I wanted to talk on tonight, real quick, we got about, we'll probably come a little short on the come up a little short on time. But one of the companies that oh, look at the baby. I'm sorry, I got distracted. If you're on the Family Feud deal on the Brady Bunch channel with all the squares, you can see that the baby Halsey was just put in there. Anyway, back to my deal, and we'll talk about that too. Is that when we're looking at our carriers, there's one company that truly does stand above and beyond any of our other carriers. Not only in the excitement of the products that they offer. In fact, they're about ready to re-release their accidental only plan coming up here, I think this month. But their member benefits are above and beyond. And so I wanted to just kind of walk y'all through what it looks like if you're a member. Now, this is the thing. You got to be a member to get access to this, okay? But I'm going to show y'all some things here. So, if you got a policy with Foresters, you can get access to this site. Every policy you sell, you should get your clients, once their policies are issued and they have their certificate number, you should get your clients logged into the myforesters.com webpage. Okay. And it's going to look like this. I'm going to talk to you about some of the new stuff that they got here, but I'm going to do it from the inside. Bam. All right. So here's the thing. A lot of y'all know that Foresters has these competitive scholarships, right? For kids, right? I'm going to keep it right here. Oh, there you go. Help with tuition, up to 250 scholarships for worth up to $2,000 each. That's kind of the competitive scholarships they have, right? The other big thing they just announced is lifelong learning. So we've got, sorry, got my phone ringing over here. We've got the opportunity here for what they call lifetime learning. And I'm going to go in here and just kind of show you, hey, what are some of the courses that are available, right? And they got some good courses. Some of y'all may want to just get in here and get your own policy just so you can have access to that. Don't do that. Oh, there you go. I hate when the things don't work. We'll try it again. And just like that, magic happens and it works because Mike's good like that. But they've got things from, just business management, organizing yourselves, time management. So, a lot of good things here to learn. Communication, how to get better at speaking, customer service issues, cybersecurity. Maybe you're going like, I'm not that great at, at things like, computers and whatnot, financing. You can see they've got this whole laundry list of just classes upon classes, especially for people that are just sitting at home right now, during COVID. This is actually a really good time for them to go into that. So it's brand new, just released, huge, 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 huge. Now, diabetes is another one here, Michelle. And, for folks that are on diabetes and have the meters and everything and are really, truly having to take their blood measurements all the time, not just occasionally, there are some discounts here that can be had for folks to help their diabetes. Why do they do these things? Because part of instead of profiting and putting it back to shareholders, the money, right? They put it back into their clients. So the diabetes, I looked at it real briefly, but they've got the meter, they got strips. You can have a, pretty good rate on like the land. I mean, everything you need for keeping track of your sugars, as they say, right? So don't forget about that. The other thing here is the Law Assure. Now, this is kind of one of those things that, they'll help you with putting together a simple will, power of attorney, healthcare directives, some basic legal documents that we all should have, because, the thing is when you die unexpectedly, you need a will to kind of express what you want to do, so it doesn't get caught up when we call probate. All right. So they've got that as a benefit as well. Okay. And these are just the brand new benefits. You know, like I said, the competitive scholarships, community grants. Okay. There, you know, if you've got some things in your community that they maybe could use. I know Jeff's put some thought into that. Okay. Into that for the community grants, you know, where you can get, I don't know how much it is. I think it's like, you know, a little bit of money that can be put towards something in your community. Okay. Scholarships, all kinds of different things. They do playground builds all across the country. Now, I don't know how much they're doing that right now. Right. But I can tell you that they will, as soon as things continue. So anyway, Foresters has
And
great
Mike,
product. Yeah, go ahead.
something that I really emphasize, if especially this time of year, for my customers that either have foresters or I'm writing foresters,
Uh-huh.
from October, really from November 1st through February is when you can turn in applications for the children's scholarships of $2,000 up to $2,000 per child for higher education. So
Right.
I'm pointing that out, making sure that they know where to go. The other day I received an email from Foresters. I just forwarded it to one of my customers who's been asking me about it. And
Yep. So that's why you got to get them signed up on My Foresters, because right here, just like I said at the beginning of the call or beginning of the section, you can go here and click on where it says competitive scholarships, and you can actually go through and apply, and you can see the requirements for it. You know, they've got a few requirements for it. It's a competitive scholarship, right? But for a lot of folks, that $2,000 can go towards really helping them with their college education, and it is a grant, so it is a scholarship. It's given, and there's not any kind of payback. It's not one of them loans or anything like that. That's the competitive scholarship. Also, I wanted to point out that there's even a bigger benefit when it comes to the orphan scholarships. Now, should the unfortunate thing happen, right? Well, first place, that's why we do what we do, right? We do this because of we're there to help protect the family in case something unexpected happens. Should the major unexpected thing happen, the families lose both parents, right? And the kids are now orphans. Well, instead of getting the insurance money and giving that to a relative who's now responsible for, you know, taking care of the kids, the company will provide this orphan scholarship, just for that one parent. If one parent's death, a maximum of 1,500 a year. Single. If it's a single parent, that's different than one. A single parent is 3,000, and both parents up to 6,000 a year on an orphan scholarship program. And I think that is huge, huge, huge. So anything else you want to add to this, Michelle, before we kind of jump back onto the full screen and see what else we got going on here?
Hey, Mike,
Yeah.
yes,
was that per child on the orphan?
Yes, that's per child. Yep, that's per child.
Okay.
Yep.
so
So
the orphan scholarships for, you know, the college is good money, but also it's 11,000 per year per child.
where are you seeing
In
that?
addition to college money. And I can't see what he has up there because it's just not big enough for me to read those small print. I don't know if you can make it bigger, but yeah. So 6,000 per child if both parents pass away, plus 11,000 per child in orphan money. That's not an orphan scholarship. That's orphan money. That's not for higher education. That's just up until they turn 18. But
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Otherwise, I'd show that.
It's going to be under member benefits.
Orphan benefit. There you go. Bam.
Okay. So, those are the big ones, the orphan benefits for my families that have young children. I always knew if something, God forbid, happened to both of us, and, you know, foresters, I have a forester policy because it has that. But also the college, scholarships.
So that's $300 a month per child to the legal guardian for children under the age of 18 due to the death of both parents.
So
That's
it used
huge.
to
That doesn't
be,
take away from the death benefit at all. Go ahead.
used to be 11,000 per year. So that has gone way down. I'm going to check on that.
Okay, check on it.
Well, Michelle, would that be like the 6 plus the 300 times? I mean, that wouldn't be exactly 11, but
No, it used to be a lot more. So they may have
okay.
reduced it recently. So I always ask anyway, that's going to be on we have a 1-sheet page, Mike, that you might want to, I can try to find it. It's in our Dropbox.
Okay, I'll try
Yeah.
to find it. You can talk.
So one of the things I just tell my customers, once you get your policy in, I want you to call me so I can install it. And I just do that on the phone. And I just make sure they go on the foresters.com website, type in their certificate number, because they call me when you get your policy so they can open their certificate and get that certificate number. Not that we don't have access to it, but I want them to have their policy in their hand, and all the member benefits are right there. We also have a sheet that NAA provided to us that you can put your name and that phone number on and provide it to your customers. It's a really good summary sheet on the member benefits that are
Got it.
available.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that that the member site says 300 when this says 900. We'll have to
Yeah,
investigate.
it's always been 900 per month. So that's where I come up with 11,000. It's $10,800, and I round it.
Gotcha.
And that's
All
the
right,
real
guys.
quick, easy way.
Yep, we'll get this out to you guys as well. We're hitting here up at 8 o'clock. Is this newly written policies? Anybody who has a forester's policy, Diane, can access any of those benefits on My Foresters, not just the new ones. All righty. Well, anything else you want to say, Michelle? Put yourself on camera. Say hey. There you go.
Okay. Guys, appreciate all of you. Katie, what a great way to close out the year. We've got 3 more weeks left, and it's an incredible opportunity. Let's get after it. Let's be inspired to go write more business this week and more business next week, and keep doing it till the end of the year, because this is going to put into place your January of next year. That's going to be fabulous. So fired up, guys, and really we have an opportunity like never before. So that's it.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all later. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.